for our What in the World segment. If you thought the Earth could perhaps breathe a little easier last week after BP finally got its massive leak under control, think again. While crude oil might no longer have been flooding into the Gulf of Mexico, chances are quite good that at that very moment, oil was spilling on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Oil spills occur in Nigeria just about every day, literally, over 300 spills every year. And we're not talking about small spills. Before the BP oil spill, what was the biggest oil spill you'd ever heard of? I'm guessing that what comes to your mind was the Exxon Valdez. Well, Amnesty International estimates that the equivalent of an Exxon Valdez-sized oil spill has occurred in the Niger Delta every year for the last 50 years. And much of that spilled oil has never been cleaned up, leaving undrinkable water and dying wildlife in its wake. Now, BP has set up a $20 billion compensation fund for fishermen and others affected in the Gulf of Mexico. But there are no comparable funds in Nigeria. A world away from the Gulf of Mexico, Nigeria and its spills might seem like someone else's problem. But keep in mind, nearly half of Nigeria's daily oil production goes to the United States.
Oh, Niger Delta. Oh, Niger Delta. Oh, Niger Delta. Bring her back to me.
As a young boy, my brothers and I would dive into the rivers of the Niger Delta. We enjoyed it most to swim with the rainbow colors that we could see in the waters, be it blue, purple, yellow, green. We bathed in those waters. We drank from those waters. We never questioned the gas flares that burned day and night. We thought it was a gift from God. And we thought it was a blessing, not a curse. Little did we know what it was getting us into. My name is Jetta Amata, and I am a son of the Niger Delta.
Coming off the success of his films Mary Slessor, Imani, and The Amazing Grace, acclaimed Nigerian filmmaker Jetta Amata set his sights on a feature film project that would give voice to the struggles of the people living in the Niger Delta. Basing a fictional script on the true events of Nigerian activist Ken Saro-Wiwa, he envisioned a story that would bring international awareness to the environmental devastation caused by the petroleum industry operating in the Delta since the mid-1960s.
Most people in the US think that all the oil they use here comes from maybe the Middle East or some other part of the world. What they do not know is that 20% of the gas usage in the US comes from Nigeria. And that puts it at 1 out of every 5 Americans drive on Nigerian fuel. What they do not understand is what the people have to go through for them to get this oil.